Hello and welcome to Rebels Radio latest interview. I'm joined by Slough joint manager Neil Baker following today's 1-1 draw at home to Merthyr. How are you, Neil?
I think I'm a little bit better than you, John, with your voice, to be honest.
I'm struggling a little bit. I'm not sure commentary on Tuesday will be an option. We'll have to see how the voice holds out. Looking at today, what were the conditions like on the pitch?
The pitch I thought was in really good nick. It has been all season, if I'm honest. We've got a very good groundsman who works on it. It was wet, it was wet, and obviously we had the rain just after half time, which made it a little bit wetter, but no problems whatsoever with the conditions or anything today.
A few changes in your starting 11 from the game last week. What were the reasons behind that? Scott Harris on the bench?
Yeah, Scott picked up a dead leg on Saturday. Obviously, I mentioned on Thursday that he hadn't trained. He had a fitness test before the game today. It was touch and go a little bit, but he felt and we felt that it's probably best not to risk him, to start him at least. He was struggling with kicking. Running wasn't too much of a problem, but it was when he was striking the ball. But we've spoken to him actually afterwards, and he obviously come on for 15 minutes and he's struggling a bit from that. So it was the right decision not to play him. Guy
Hollis, I don't know.
Yeah, Guy's had tonsillitis all week. He's been off work all week. I used to have tonsillitis all the time. It's a bit of a nightmare. It does definitely wipes you out for a bit. We didn't feel that he was going to be 100% fit today, and nor was he. So it was a decision that we had to make. And
going with a 4-4-2 formation.
It was, yeah. We didn't want to. We did want to go with a different formation. I won't say what, but we wanted to go with a different formation today. But what we had available led us to go to the 4-4-2. We tried to keep it relatively narrow with Luke Knight and Parso, but I don't think it quite worked today. But that was more down to the way Merthyr played, if I'm honest.
Yeah, how did the game start for you?
Well, I felt Merthyr were on top for large chunks of the game today.
Williams, particularly early on, seemed to be bossing it in the first 10-15 minutes, getting on the ball a lot.
Yeah, he's a quality player. He's played in the Premiership. I think he's played for Wales as well. He's got ability, but I wouldn't just say pick him out. I thought a number of them were very, very good. The Kane McLagan up front was causing our defenders a lot of problems. He was very good in the air as well for his size. He gave us a lot of problems, but all over I thought they kept the ball, passed the ball very, very well, and a lot better than us on the day.
Yeah, during that first initial stages there wasn't too many clear-cut chances for either side, and then Clergy obviously popped up on the 21st minute, took his goal well, slightly I would say against the run of play. Completely
against run of play. Adrian Sear had done brilliant to win the ball back, and he sort of set Clergy up on the edge of the box, and it was a good finish from Jay. If I'm honest, throughout the game there wasn't loads of chances. I felt that Merthyr had a lot of the ball today, and kept the ball very, very well, but they didn't open us up bundles in terms of, Alex hasn't had to make loads and loads of saves. I definitely felt they were the better side, and I felt that they deserved to win the game.
Were you disappointed with your retention of the ball?
Yes, we obviously talked about that, especially at half time. We felt that we were giving the ball back too cheaply to them, because when they were getting the ball back, they were keeping it, and like we said last week against Poulton, it was the type of game that we needed to try and keep it, and I felt that we rushed a lot of our clearances when we could have probably taken an extra touch and sort of passed the ball sideways or whatever, but I just felt that we went a little bit too long today and didn't pass in the right areas and didn't have enough confidence on the ball. But you have to give credit to Merthyr because they shut us down very quickly. I talk about it before in other interviews, whereby when, like for Margate for example, when our lads had just got in Margate's faces, and I felt that that Merthyr did that today, and you've got to give them credit as well. And you're not going to play well every week, and we didn't play well today, but we're quite happy that we're still in the draw. Really.
Yeah. So at half time, obviously going in a goal up, as you say, slightly against the run of play. You were happy. What were the key messages you were trying to get into the boys?
Well, again, it was about passing the ball and trying to keep it. We felt that we were playing a little bit too deep. I think Billy and Reece were worried about McLagan's pace, which he did have pace, and unfortunately what that ended up doing was them dropping 5-10 yards deeper than they needed to, which then creates gaps all over the pitch, and you hear some of the fans sometimes going, oh, we're not winning it in midfield. Well, when there's big gaps between your defence, your midfield and your front two, it's very, very difficult for the midfield lads to get into the game. And to be honest, I thought Jamie and Searsy were they were two of our brighter sparks today. I don't think there was too many, but I thought those two worked their socks off in there. But we just said that we've got to try and keep the ball. We've got to try and get ourselves up and condense the game, further up the pitch. And we didn't really do that at all second half.
No, you had to soak up an awful lot of pressure. We
soaked up a lot of pressure. I mean, at one point you sit there and think, oh, is it going to be our day? And are we going to sneak an ugly 1-0? But, fair play to, Gavin Williams. I mean, it was a great strike for the goal and it was fully deserved. And as I said to their management afterwards, that I felt that they were probably one of the best sides we've played this season and felt they deserved to win the game.
Yeah, you made 3 changes in the second half. You obviously gave Jake Parsons a bit of a breather, brought Dobbo back on. That's positive news. Yeah,
Dobbo trained obviously Thursday. I don't think he got into the game today, but I don't think we had much about us attacking wise. It was about us sitting back a little bit because of what they were doing to us. And but yeah, it's good that he's back in the frame, and obviously we've got Rummy to come in to Tuesday, because we're going to struggle Tuesday. It's not an easy place to go to on a Tuesday night, especially for we've got 1 or 2 that have certain jobs that they can only get out at certain times, and it's very unlikely that 1 or 2 will play on Tuesday night.
Yeah, and particularly, I mean, it's going to be difficult to adapt there. Obviously, playing a competitive game on an artificial surface down there, where Merthyr obviously last season and this season they got a really, really strong home record.
Yeah, the 3G 4G surface is an absolute advantage to them. That's why they've had a great home record. Maidstone have had a great home record. Harlow have had a great home record this season. Whiteleaf as well. You're used to playing on that type of surface. Now, it's not that our lads aren't used to it, because they have trained on 4G and whatever else, but they'll be used to their surroundings, and it will be really, really tough. I mean, Guy Hollis, is very unlikely that we'll be able to get him out of London to Merthyr in time for the game.
Nighty got a dead leg.
Nighty's got a dead leg. He will be struggling, no doubt. And Tom Moran as well would have been away this week with work, so he's going to be unavailable. So we're going to have to go there. So we're up against it.
But you'd rather be in the hat.
Oh, completely. Yeah, we could have quite easily lost the game today and be sitting there going, really frustrated. But we are in the hat, and we can go to Merthyr and give it a good go. And that's all we can really say.
Yeah, who would you say performed strongly today? You brought out a couple of players.
Yeah, I said obviously Jamie and Adrian. I thought they worked really, really hard. I thought their work rate was excellent. I thought Billy Jeffries did really well as well. He made a couple of vital blocks and headers clear. Other than that,
a few people missing for you today. What can you do to rectify that in such a short space of time ahead of Tuesday?
What, in terms of players performing?
Yeah, performing.
Well, listen, they're non-league players. They're not going to play well every week, and that's football. You have to give credit where credit's due, and Merthyr made us play that way, the way that they played. They were better than us on the day, and it's not to say that they're a better side than us or anything like that. I'm not saying that, because we know we can compete with them, but I don't think we did that today, and it's just one of those things. And the lads know it. They're disappointed with their overall performance, but again, it's another game where we're unbeaten. We're 6 unbeaten now, so that's a positive. You have to take that as a positive, and we knew from the moment we had the draw that this game would be really, really tough, and it hasn't proved any different.
Well, we look forward to seeing how this progresses on Tuesday. Hopefully a good Slough performance, a warm welcome at Merthyr.
Yeah.
And thank you very much for your time, Neil.
Cheers, John.
Cheers.
See you later.